I got my new thing imported. I got the Christian-Gigs. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford it. Look what I did with the bag. Look what I did with the bag. I got the thing in the back, and I ain't taking no chat. I got my new thing imported. I got the Christian-Gigs. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford.
Follow us on Instagram at Express Truth Show.
Unfiltered, people. Express Truth Show. We're back up in the building, making Thursdays great again. Before we do anything else today, people, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. If you are on YouTube, leave a comment. Algorithm business that we are dealing with. Patreon crew, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. People constantly message us, yo, you missed this week, yo, you missed that week, all of these different things. People, if you like the Express Truth Show or you love the Express Truth Show, sign up to the Patreon. There's a bag of content on there. So that way you're getting things out of the ordinary. See what I'm saying? You're getting things that are not on the regular upload schedule. People keep talking about the Clips channel. That is just clips taken from a larger piece of content. We're gearing up for the next story, a visual story. People, get ready for that. Patreons, you already know what time it is. You get that as part of your membership. For those who do not want to pay a monthly subscription, there's going to be a one-off fee. You can click the link, play a one-off fee, and get involved in the story. This story is big. It's called The Big Ponzi. It's coming very soon. It's called The Big Ponzi. And to how this story is big, yeah, you could all turn it into a movie. That's how serious it is, That's how serious this thing is. But before any of that, let me bring in my co-host, man, Stephen Brown. Stephen, what you saying, man? What's going on?
Gang. Making Thursdays great again, never late again. It's the dynamic duo in full effect. Your favorite podcast. Changing the world one Thursday at a time and also making them great again. Never late again. Because when I'm missing or we're coming like Hawkeye. Talk to me nice, G.
Yeah, man, we in the building, man. Taking it easy off the back of a very busy week. And we're just doing our thing, man. We got a few bits and bobs to talk about today. So what you saying? What's the week been like? How's your week been?
No complaints. It's been calm for me. Couple of things bubbling in the background, waiting on a few things to land in as always. But yo, every day above ground's a blessing, man. What you say?
That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. So people, before we do anything else, man, let's just head straight into this thing. Hit that like button. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, X, Twitch, Snapchat, Facebook, everything, man. Don't forget to subscribe to the Clips channel as well. So let's get straight into this thing, man. We're going to start here this week. Now, let me build this picture. So it's mad, because these podcasters now from the UK are finally starting to get some recognition. And what podcast are we talking about? We're talking about Shxts&Gigs. Now, I know who these guys are. You hear their name and I'm familiar. I did originally think that they were like some sort of football kind of podcast. But anyway, this is a podcast that consists of a mixed race guy and a black guy. These two guys are experiencing some real success. Sold out the O2, 8 million followers across platforms, and they've been doing an American tour. Now, in this American tour, what they've been doing is going on to other platforms and sort of getting themselves seen to a different kind of audience. And one of the platforms that they went to, Stephen, was Andrew Schulz. A lot of people will not know who Andrew Schulz is. Andrew Schulz wears a few different hats. One of those hats being a comedian. He has a special on Netflix. If you're someone who looks through the comedy section on Netflix, he's also a podcaster, most notably for being with Breakfast Club's Charlemagne the God on a podcast called Brilliant Idiots. He's also an actor. You might be watching a movie and like, oh, damn, that's my man. So he's getting his face out there. Matter of fact, he's established. So he's invited these black Brits, these Europeans. He's invited these Europeans, yeah, to his podcast, who have gone over to his podcast and they've made some jokes. Now, what are these jokes, Stephen? Let's play it from the horse's mouth. Now, we're not going to play the visual because you know these men will flag us. So let's play the audio. So let's hear exactly what was said here. This is Shxts&Gigs on Andrew Schulz Flagrant podcast. Let's go.
What is the black girlfriend effect? This is
You don't know about
Blow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up. Glows up, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends,
They grow a beard because there's
up.
more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of.
That's hilarious.
I think the black girlfriend effect. It might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective.
Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
Who
No.
All right. We don't even need to play no more of that. So, we hear what is going on. So, at this part of the show, some remarks are made, and those remarks are made towards black women. And this is Andrew Schulz, who is trying to be a comedian. And usually, Stephen,
Trying and failing, but go on.
usually when it comes to comedians, depending on what type of joke it is, I'm very lenient because comedians do usually have that pass to go the extra mile. However, in that joke, he is taking the piss out of stereotypical views of black women.
Comfortably.
Exactly. So he's trying to say that black women stress out their man,
Aggressive.
which and also aggressive, which is why he's saying they grow the beard for a cushion, to say that black women can or will get physical. Now, Andrew Schulz, he's trying to be a comedian. Idiot, and we're definitely going to address him, but he's trying to be a comedian, but that ain't funny. Now, these two guys, to me, are the real definition of black European. That's what these two guys are to me, Stephen. These are them man.
European?
These are them brothers. Why you don't see Express Truth link too many man? Because these are that type of special clown type, as me and Stephen used to say.
Retards, fam.
This is that real clown type. Now, these guys, sit down and watch this guy, take the piss out of their community. Now, you have a duty of care when you pick up this microphone, You got a duty of care because when you travel to the States talking about you're a podcaster and A, B, or C, you are a representative of other black Britons. You allowed a man to make jokes about the women in your community and reinforce stereotypical views, and you sat there and laughed with him. Not even that. Have you dated black girls? Yeah. Have you dated white girls? Yeah. Which one's your favorite? Oh, we love them all. You see what I mean about these type of waste, man?
Get the fuck out of here, man. Please.
Canelo
Get the
talks to
fuck
them
out
real
of
quick.
here, man.
Angers a mash and potato.
See, Ross, doing pass you the mic like we're in a cipher.
Go true, man.
Because I know man's are ready to go. These two clowns, sat there, laughing while a man reinforces stereotypical views and what potentially could be their brother, sister, daughter, niece, mother, auntie. This is what these men sat down and did. Made a lot of the reaction videos, I seen one, where this American guy was like, this is what I mean about these UK guys. They don't stand for nothing. These guys are an embarrassment, man. And then to hear that their audience is predominantly black women. This is what I'm saying. What are we doing here? What are we getting behind here? These men, a man's asking you. Imagine if that was me and you, Stephen, that asked us that question. Imagine he made that joke. We were there. You see what I'm saying? These guys are weird. Then he goes, it's easy for anyone to say, I would have did that, I would have did this, I was shocked. No, you weren't shocked. You was a part of the jokes.
You left your ass off,
This
bro.
is how these men move. You man drink beer in the pub, eat pork, eat pork, sausage, eat bacon, eat all these bacon butties and all.
Ratty.
You sit down and you think you are part of the indigenous. And you travel and make jokes. These men are clowns, straight clowns, man. And I've been looking on the internet, scouring it, looking. Even the apology was weak. But to me, I'm not shocked.
Oh, that's been deleted now, by the way.
They deleted it. I'm not shocked, Stephen. These men are probably 95% of what Black Britain will be and what it is. These men, and I know we said retiring this word, but I'm bringing it back for these men. Love is blind, crew. This is the kind of man when you're talking about black love. Oh, love is blind. Love is blind. You love who you love. Some real clowns, man, and then some real idiots, man. Is this your king? Is this your king? This is what I'm saying. These are football fans. These men are just... Stephen, come true, man. Come true.
This is why I say there should be an intelligent requirement when it comes to podcasting, That's why you see the memes and you see these jokes online when people say, it should be elite, it should be harder, you should need a license to start a podcast. And I agree. Because the amount of nonsense that is spewed out of the community and just out of the country, because like you said with some of the videos when men are breaking down the situation and they're saying, these UK, bro, now they're going to tarnish us all with the same brush.
Facts.
Because they already think the whole of the UK fits into London. Now this doesn't help. And the whole following being predominantly black women, it just shows that you can't hit your canoe behind any boat, because you will sink.
Facts. You can hit it behind the express truth boat.
Yeah, that's why I said you can't hit it behind. We're not any boat, okay.
Facts. Special type.
But then, look at the nonsense that this we say all the time. We say, well, I'm kind of fed up of saying it because people say you're bitter and all of this stuff. But look at the nonsense. Look at the nonsense that gets pushed. Like, look at the stages they've reached, and that's the basis of their content. So they're basically a UK fresh and fit.
Yeah, they are still. They are. Yeah.
I ain't getting behind that bullshit. Hear me good, yeah? Fuck them man there.
Address Schulz as well. Facts.
Ain't no talking hiding. Ain't no... I could see where they're coming from. Two pussy holes, Socklow and Ducklow. Go chill in your yard in Essex and make Sharon bring you some fucking coleslaw and blood clot potato salad, man. Absolute pricks, son.
Yeah, man.
You're laughing your ass up. The joke wasn't even funny. Because it would have been an easy fix. Because you're on the show, even in the moment, Mark. You don't have to move furniture around. You don't have to get loud. You don't have to get violent. You could have just been like, whoa, easy with them jokes, man. We love our black queen. Just something like that. Then this wouldn't have been a topic. We wouldn't have been discussing this, Mark. We would have been talking about pigeons in the park or something.
Facts.
But instead, you went along with the hokey doke. You tried to treat your audience like a bunch of jabronis. And it backfired on you because you were already in people's bad books, because I saw that it was trending because people were upset with you because they said there was no baddies in Atlanta. Which is fair enough. You can have your
wild. That's wild, Stephen, for black brothers to say. Have you seen the girl there?
No. Of course it's wild, but what I'm trying to say is everyone can have their opinion because clearly they're not into them type of gal in it. So you can have whatever opinion you want. I'm not saying I agree because I don't, but you can have any opinion you want. But I think what made it worse is how they kind of doubled down, because I think they were on with two ladies, and the ladies were like, "Okay, what's your type?" And then they were like, and then they started laughing. Just say
white girl, fam.
Just say girl from Sweden, blood.
Just say white girl, fam. Just say it like
the
this.
Population of Sweden.
Just say white girl, fam. This is what I'm saying about these, man. They'll be like, what's your type?
Like the inventors of cabbage soup. Just say that.
Facts. Like, this is what I'm saying about these. This is what these man really would have liked to have said, you know. You know, on that part, in that podcast, when he goes, what type of girl are you into? Really, fam? They should have been like, I ain't got no type. White girl is the only thing that I like. You get me, man?
I ain't going.
That's it.
You coming like Terry Crews at the end of White Chicks. What you doing here? Didn't I tell you this is an all white party? Huh?
That's how these men are moving. This is what I'm saying to you.
Take this jigaboo away from me.
I'm saying there's no black brother who should be. And obviously preference and all the rest of that. I get it. But if you're a black brother who likes black girl, just Atlanta, come on, man. Don't be Atlanta. Like, come on, man. That's how I know these men are just straight European, black European. You know what I mean?
America, they just want to chill in Aspen, bro.
Yeah, that's it. Them man go America and they're chilling in like non-black parts and all of that because they're not into the culture like that. But the culture push these men forward, and obviously, it ain't no bitter thing, fam. Come on, we still doing our thing. But I'm saying these men are what the culture get behind, and when if you ask, man can ask me that question right now. Man can ask me. There's not no tip. We love them all. There's not no tiptoeing around this thing. Black gal man's into what? And that's the problem with these clowns, man.
Like how I like my chocolate, you get me?
Simple, that's it. And I'm not saying there's not no colorist argument, just black, that's it. What did Bashy say? I like black gal blown from a black man and black woman. Boss. The mixed race, brother, I expect that from him still. Unless you're an official, I expect that from him. I get it because I seen another video where he was saying he got bullied in school and all this. He could have some deeper trauma.
Mad. He got bullied in school.
By black gal, he was saying still.
What happened?
Said that they were calling him.
That's what they bullied you harder.
Have you seen the clip though, nah?
I don't give a shit about no.
He was saying that they bullied him and all that, but
I hope he was crying, fam.
The other guy though, the dark skinned brother, you should feel ashamed of yourself, man. You should feel ashamed. Now, obviously, you know that his genes are going to wash out in the next 20 to 25 anyway. But you don't. This is the problem.
You always do that, you know. You always do that. It's not that long, bro.
All right, let's clear this up for once and for all. Fam, don't it take a child? It would take them, what, 20 years at least have another child?
Because think about it. All right, let's go with the dark skin brother.
Yeah.
He's fully black. And his youth would become half black.
Yeah.
Then that youth would become a quarter black. Then that youth will be 3/4 black. Then the next youth, by the time you get to the 5th generation, there's no black. The youth's not black at all.
Okay, I get that. That makes sense. But that would happen over a 25-year span, though, innit?
You feel so, well, yeah, depending when, yeah, you could say that then, fair enough, depending when people have kids.
But either way, man, no backbone. These men have got no backbone to sit there and allow a man to disrespect their community. Flagrant podcast, fly us out there, man. See if my man could crack them jokes like that. And I'm talking.
That's why they wouldn't, man.
No cameras are getting kicked over or nothing. I'm talking just at the mouth.
It's nothing violent.
Just at the mouth, we'd have been able to. We just wanted to move on. We felt uncomfortable. No, you didn't.
AKA, I wish people would stop bringing it up now.
That's it, man. So, okay, let's move into the next topic, man.
Go through, man.
Huw Edwards. Huw Edwards, yeah, is a newsreader for the BBC. Now, he was caught, Stephen, with child pornography images. Multiple. And they say that a portion of those were of the worst type. That's how they word it, you know. That's how they word it, of the worst type. Meaning, people, that these youths, this brother had pictures of youths in all kind of disgraceful and we don't even need to go into detail. This guy is a disgrace. We know that so many of these English presenters and things like this have been called into question for things like this. Jimmy Savile, Freddie Starr, Barry Glitter. The list goes on, man. We could keep going. We could keep going with these, man. Now, the reason why we're talking about this story, because we know these men are filthy. But the reason why we're talking about this story is because this guy has been given a suspended sentence when only a few weeks ago, Stephen, Jermaine Genius was writing all kind of apology letters and BBC automatically fired this man for talking to willing participants, Stephen. Girl who entertained the argument.
I know you covered it, but I don't know what happened with the Jermaine, whatever the hell his name is. Was he talking to kids as well?
Nah, man, he was talking. So basically, let me run over it quickly.
Just
normal girl just in the workplace. And then
okay.
They started sending each other, like he said, allegedly sent a picture, it must have been of his things or whatever. And then from that point, they went to HR. But before that, they were talking about all kind of what they're going to do and all kind of mad things and rare.
Mind them. Yo, listen close. That's why sometimes you keep your Vaseline upon your nightstand, you know. Sometimes it pays to be a BFB.
Facts.
But these girls set you up, you know. They act like they're going to let you zoom in the poom, but them going to HR, them going to police constable, them going to Judge Dredd, and you finished.
Facts. So
if you're so horny, jump on one dirty girl OnlyFans, go look on Footer or something, you're sicker.
But how did he escape any punishment? This is the problem, and I'll just take it away.
For protection, bro.
I'd even put it deeper than that, you know. I think that they keep these type of offenses, to a minimalistic punishment because a lot of them are involved in it. So if one time, if at any point their dirty laundry comes out, they're able to get a slap on the wrist too. Because really, this is something that is not discussed enough. But mandatory sentences should be in place for this. Because I think any man who finds a child, whether it be a boy or girl, attractive in that way, in a sexual manner, is always a danger. There's no sort of rehabilitation you can do for that. You can't cure that. There's nothing you can do for that. So once a man thinks like that and he finds a child sexually attractive to where he wants to obtain images like that, that man, it will always be a danger to whatever community that he's in, because in every community there is children, and my man was given a low, light punishment which does not even deter another man. A next man who's thinking, yo, I want to start getting them kind of images and all that, he's not scared of getting caught. He's not scared of getting caught. I've seen them send man to prison for all kind of nonsense, and a man like this gets away with images of children. So I'm going to say how Stephen says it. Society pretend like they care about children. No, they don't. Because your actions are not protecting them. Mandatory sentences, 10 years, 15 years. Like, how is a man able to do something like that? And remember, this is like an underground thing, you know, Stephen, where my man paid $3.5 grand for these images. These men are producing these images and then putting them on selling them to each other, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Come true, Stephen.
Yeah, okay, like you said it, they pretend to care, but I'm never surprised by these things, because this is a paedophilic nation that we live in. Like, it might be a bitter pill to swallow, or you might want to bury your head under the covers, but it's the truth. From Jimmy Savile, Gary Glitter, and all the other ones we don't know about, it's a paedophilic nation. You don't give a monkeys about kids, and I wish you would stop the facade and stop pretending, because every time there's an offense, you show us that you don't care about kids. So when you hear people talk about safeguarding and yada, 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 I don't want to hear it, man, because it's nonsense. Because what sentence did he actually receive?
None. Suspended sentence.
So he gets to go home and drink tea.
Yeah. Gets
with his
home.
300k pension.
He's nice.
I know people are upset about that still. They're not gonna stop that. They can't stop your pension.
They can't. He earned it. No matter what, he earned it, man.
What about if he would have got actual like time? Could they stop it then or still?
Can't
no?
stop it. He earned it, man. They can't take it. It's like he saved money. It's like you would have saved. Let's say you would have saved 500 grand. Just because you've been convicted of a crime, they can't take your money from you. They can fine you, which he's been fined, but they can't stop his pension. See what I'm saying?
Bible facts, yeah. I know people because it wasn't so much for my benefits because I know people were getting upset over that today because that started to circulate online that he would still be entitled to his pension. Well, that shows it. Like, but I said to you, and you gave me the same explanation. But like I said to you, Mark, even if they had the powers to seize it, they wouldn't. They would have probably give him extra.
Well, look, all you got to do is look historically. Jimmy Savile.
Sicko.
No, look how he was protected. I mean, you just watch the documentary. Just watch the Savile documentary. My man was on TV. Like, on TV, girl putting his hand up, girl square. Whoa, she's jumped. Whoa.
Oh, on top of the box, innit?
And nobody done nothing, so he knew the deal. Like, they probably said to him, listen, because look what his headstone said.
You know?
It's been it was a lovely ride while it lasted. My man knew what he was doing. That's what he put in his will for them to put on the headstone. Because I believe, in my opinion, someone along the line said to my man, listen, I know what you're doing, you know, but that ain't gonna come out till you're dead because you've got too much important friendships, and if you get nabbed, it could be it would. Let's keep it real. We're not gonna go too deep on here, but it could have been an Epstein thing where my man gets locked up, and next thing you know now, he's swinging like George of the Jungle. You see what I'm saying? Because if he comes out, it's a Nino thing. This is bigger than the YMCMB. See what I'm saying? And if he come out,
you're going down with me.
Because remember, some of the people that he was rolling with, you know, just remember that. All I can say to people is go back to the documentary and look at the people that he was cool with, the kind of brethren that he was cool with.
They had the keys to the country, man, if not the world.
Yeah, man. So that's that, man. Huw Edwards, real pervert, man. And to be honest, this is why I say, any man, from this point forward, man, we're putting it on this unfiltered episode, and this is for all them black pundits, all them black presenters, them black influencers that are dependent upon their income from these platforms, yeah? You lot know how the game goes at this point. You know exactly how the game goes. You know that these men get away with everything and you guys get away with nothing. So any of you guys like Noel Clarks, Jermaine Genas's, any of yous moving forward that are getting nabbed for I shouldn't say nabbed, that are getting called into question for things, you should have a better code of conduct at this point. All of ya, because we've seen now how these men think. This Huw Edwards guy had all kind of pictures, all kind of madman, all kind of disgusting things in his foot. And look at the slap on the wrist that they gave him. That shows you what time it is with these individuals. So that's that, man. So let's...
sorry, boss. I thought it would have been no case.
This is what I'm saying?
I'm dancing, man.
Yeah, man, this is what I'm trying to say, man. So, okay, let's get into our next topic. Now, I did want to discuss this last week, but we were just little bit late and we ended up not doing the show. But the Super Bowl in the States, now, as a hip-hop fan, definitely of yesteryears, today's world, not so much. Most of the stuff I listen to are older artists when I really think about it. I don't really like a lot of the new crop, and that's not based on age or none of that. I just think the genre has completely gone backwards. It's gone backwards. There's no talent. The USA used to set the levels. But anyway, I still keep a close watch on what's going on in the industry. And last week there was a big conversation that was going on, and it was about the Super Bowl performance. Now, as you know, people, Colin Kaepernick, was taking the knee based on injustices in America. It started back in 2013 when Trayvon Martin was killed. Now, this led to black people in America threatening to boycott the NFL. The NFL had a lot of bad publicity over that period of how Colin Kaepernick and all these people were treated. Anyway, Jay-Z did a deal with the Netflix where he would give them some sort of training as far as, you know, black people in America and all that kind of stuff. But one of the most important parts of this job was Jay-Z could bring forth a list as part of a committee for who would handle the Super Bowl halftime performance. Now, UK people, a lot of you might not understand the magnitude of the Super Bowl halftime performance. It's 13 minutes long. 1 minute, a 30-second slot can cost millions in that advert. Pepsi pay mad money. Apple pay mad money. They announce all kind of movies and everything during the Super Bowl. It's major. Whoever's performing has half the eyes of the world on them. We don't even watch football in the UK, American football that is, but the most of us have seen at least one Super Bowl performance. Now, with it being Jay-Z who is in control of this, last year it was in LA, Los Angeles. Now, with it being in Los Angeles, they had Snoop and Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre and Snoop brought out Eminem, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. Now, this year, the Super Bowl is in Louisiana, New Orleans. Now, who's from New Orleans? Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has been very public about performing at the Super Bowl. All he's been saying on interviews is, I want to perform at the Super Bowl. It's going to be an honor, and doing all of this, to where people thought it was almost a given that he would perform. Anyway, it was announced last week. It was announced last week that Lil Wayne would not be performing, and it would be Kendrick Lamar, who has had an absolute fantastic year. They Not Like Us is a massive, massive hit. I mean, Stephen, we've heard it a million times. It's been all over the internet. And Kendrick is, yeah, you hear it all the time, but Kendrick, Stephen, is a very, very good artist who has a message in his music. It's going to be Black History Month when the Super Bowl's on. And Kendrick, for me, was the perfect selection. But there was major backlash. Nicki Minaj came out. Birdman came out. A lot of people came out and attacked Jay-Z for putting forth Kendrick over Lil Wayne. They even said that he's hating on him and all kind of things. So I'm just going to say it like this. Lil Wayne is definitely on the Mount Rushmore of hip-hop, the 2000s anyway. Because I put it in different eras. I don't think you can say greatest of all time. I think you can say greatest of your era. That's how I'd put it. And Lil Wayne is definitely one of the greatest of his era in rap. Lyricism, he's brought forth hits and everything. He's changed the landscape of rap. You know, he didn't find Nicki Minaj. That was Fendi. Big Fendi found Nicki, but he was able to take her to the next level. He didn't find Drake. That was Jazz Prince, which is Jay Prince's son. But Lil Wayne took him to the next level. You only have to look at where they are today to know his influence in rap. But the modern day Lil Wayne, Stephen, looks like he has problems.
Junkie, man.
If you want to say
he should be in rehab, I say it straight.
Yeah, man. He can barely finish a sentence. He talks like this, you know what I mean? I can't even do the voice. He talks with a real cranky voice. He always looks like he's on the verge of falling asleep. And what a lot of us have to remember is the NFL is a family-friendly brand. Can they really put him in there? The man's been locked up on gun charges. And plus, what songs would he sing? Stephen, come through, man. Come through.
I know what you're saying, and someone else made that point, but then someone made the rebuttal. Are 50 Cent songs, Eminem's, Dr. Dre, Snoop's, are those family friendly?
Yes. Not all of them, but they've got... this is how big a hip-hop man I am. 50 in the club. Eminem, that speaks for itself. Dr. Dre, forgot about Dre. Yeah. Snoop Doggy Dogg. These men have got songs that you can perform. But I'm saying, as a hip-hop guy, Stephen, name me 3 Wayne tracks that are family friendly that he can perform at the Super Bowl. Not lick it like a lollipop. What can he perform?
I'm just thinking of 3 songs that come to mind. They're not friendly, but a Millie, Lollipop.
You think Millie's big tune for a hip hop fan, but do you think it's crossover NFL halftime stage?
I don't know, because the thing is, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know Wayne's catalog like that. I'll be honest.
Keep it real.
I just know tunes here and there. Like, I'm not gonna lie and be like, no, I'm a diehard. No, I'm not. I just know tunes here and there, man.
Okay, fair enough.
What about yourself? Can you think of any?
I thought about it really hard. Nah, Stephen. I mean, he's got hits, but what stands out?
Crossover though.
Yeah, what's a crossover smash that? I mean, my man ain't really done nothing in the last 15 years, like, as far as...
No, but he hasn't done any... Even, Mark, keep it shorter. What have you done this year?
Nothing.
And the thing is, people are all mad at him. This is what I don't understand, because a quick Google search will tell you, it's been in New Orleans 10 times. This will be the 11th. I have never heard anyone bandwagoning for Lil Wayne to perform before. 2024, all of a sudden, you want to perform. Even he come out and said, "Oh, I was disappointed." And why were you disappointed? Who told you were getting it?
Facts.
People need to stop doing that. People do that a lot in life. You make things up in your head, and then when it don't happen, you get disappointed. Who told you that? Except the man in the mirror.
Facts.
And you ain't Michael Jackson, so you shouldn't listen to him. I'm starting with the man in the... And also what's really annoying me, to the point where I didn't even want to talk about this topic, you're all trying to diminish a black man's accomplishment. I've only seen Nas
and 50.
And who else congratulated
50.
Kendrick?
Nas and 50. 50 said he'll do a good job, and Nas said congrats. They've stole his moment with this. And even on top of that, you sent me that video yesterday where a man saying he should give it up to make Lil Wayne perform. Imagine a man's earned his spot, Stephen, at the top, at the absolute totem pole of performing, and they're saying he should give it up. He ain't going to bring Lil Wayne out, because why would he bring him out? That's Drake's brethren, isn't it? So you've just been... My man's completely changed Drake's career right now, because people can see now what Drake... We were saying it from about 2015, but people can see that... People can see now that Drake's a wave rider. Like, he'll just jump on whatever waves hot.
No one's really interested. He'll always be all right. He'll always do all right and stuff, but the mystique's gone. The shine's come off the apple, so to speak. Like, people consider the tarnish now. I'm like, hold on. This ain't what I thought it was.
Not just that as well. Like, he only benefits off the negative aspects of black culture.
Of course.
Like, he don't... Like, let's say there's any kind of social issues that are going on in the States, yeah? Drake, as the biggest rapper, whether you like it or not, yeah, you're in a position where you're a voice. Now, I'm not saying that you're Reverend Al Sharpton or nothing like that, but the man don't say nothing when the Americans are facing oppression. It's only when it's like about turning up and A, B, or C. Plus, this is another thing what enough man afraid to say on the internet. Like, Drake would like use them kind of girl like Sexy Red for clout, and pretend like he's into them and yeah, my baby daddy and all them jokes. But let's look in the real world what his baby mother looks like. You know what I mean? He's not into black girl. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong,
Oh,
but
good girl, because didn't she used to sell crutches or something?
probably all, enough of them ones that them man's pusher, that's what they're on. But he's a man who, Kendrick did that. Kendrick did that. He deserves his moment. And you see him with the pop-out concert, Stephen, what he means to LA. And I rate him, man. I rate Kendrick. He's proud of his culture. He's a pro-black African-American. You know, he stands for something. That is what we expect of rappers. I'm not saying everyone needs to be like that, but from where it's coming from, Kendrick is a product of that, and to see him reach the highest level, I'm happy for that. And Lil Wayne, he's a legend. I tell man straight, he's a legend when it comes to rap. Not too many man from the South. Anyway, New York, they got spitters all day. There's a man on the block in Brooklyn that can out rap Lil Wayne. That's just how New York is. East Coast, Philadelphia, New York, the best spitters in the States come from there. I don't care about what era it is. If you're into real rap, Philly and New York, crazy. And obviously you got, well, that man from Griselda, they're Buffalo, innit? That's Buffalo, New York. I kind of get confused with that location. I think it's the same
a bit like Jersey, like it's just outside.
Yeah, it's the tri-state area, it's called. The tri-state area. So them man, but what I'm saying is for some reason, like the cold parts of the states produce real spitters. When you get a spitter from the South, like Lil Wayne, you gotta give him his dues, but the brother's let himself go, man. You gotta keep this thing 1,000. The brother's not really an all-time great performer. And
he said it already. He don't remember his lyrics either. He has to Google his lyrics because he doesn't write in it.
There you go. And I know he'd have time to prepare for it, but I feel like they stole Kendrick's moment, man.
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, man.
That's a fact. Kendrick, though, we've seen what he can do. Look at the pop-out thing. I even had to watch the video for They're Not Like Us, and I was like, yo, my man
I watched it a couple times. It's crazy, man.
My man brought back that feeling. Yeah, the cold. I watched it last night. He brought back that feeling. You know when he's doing that LA dance thing, Stephen. You know the Scott. What's it called? Hopscotch.
Yeah.
My man just
the crip walk and all of that.
Yeah, man. That's just LA, innit? That's just LA. And he's brought them together. And on top of that, he's pushing a narrative that we can stand behind. Lil Wayne, the brother's lost his way, man. You know what I mean? The brother's lost his way. And like I said, when you're going back to the old school mixtape, Dedication 2, Dedication 3, these man was spitting fire. But he's still spitting fire, but you can't hold that stage, man. Jay-Z, to me, I rate him in it because, like I said, that's I remember growing up, like, seeing the change from them man's going from rapper to behind the scenes to businessman to family man, because nobody's the finished product. Like, but for some reason, people kind of want him to fall. See what I mean? Like I said, from the old school DVD days to now, people just have a hate for that brother there, man. They just got a hate. Like, oh, it's his fault. He hates him. And I'm like, I'm sure Lil Wayne come out and thanked him for paying off his taxes.
And the worst thing is, you know what made it worse? One Uncle Tom Coon, who's involved as well, must have done an interview and said, oh yeah, the decision process is all Jay-Z. Well, even if it is, from a business sense, Kendrick's the man. Like, it makes sense. And Huw, I agree with what he said. He said, you don't want to get into the territory where you're always trying to get artists from the area. Because what if you host it in Timbuktu? Who's from there?
There you go. Exactly. It's just one of them things, like, them man just need to accept it, innit? Like, it's over, innit? Like, they gotta just accept it. It's Kendrick's time. That's it. You gotta accept it, that it's his time to shine. And that's that, man. So, okay, let's get into our final topic. We've discussed this numerous times since last year when the story first broke. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about P. Diddy. P. Diddy, Stephen.
Oh, no, Diddy.
P. Diddy, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. Sean Puffy Combs, has now been arrested by the FBI in the States. Now, this is my thing with this.
What?
Diddy, it's been going on for so long, so long. However, the narrative has changed and changed and changed and changed. I personally believe, that my man is guilty of a lot of things. A lot of things. We don't need to get into them, or we can get into them. I think he's guilty of a lot of things in terms of robbing people. We've seen what he did to Cassie on camera. You know, there's been all kind of other alleged activities that he's involved in. But when I sat down and listened to the details of this case, it's about trafficking, Stephen. And when I actually read the details of the case, they're saying that he's trafficking women out for parties and forcing them to be involved in parties. And I'm just
forcing
like,
them or paying them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is he? I agree with the next man. I've never
made the distinction clear.
You can go back to the very first video we've made about Diddy. I've never once put any kind of defense behind that man. Ever. All I've ever said is, what are the facts? And sex trafficking, it coming like they're changing the meaning of that in today's world, because a woman who's being flown out as a sex worker is a sex worker. That's the way I see it. So I'm thinking FBI have arrested Diddy. I'm thinking all this stuff, these killings that they're talking about, these heinous acts, and it's sex trafficking. So to me, it's like, is that a crime now? Flying women around for sex, especially women that are advertising their services.
You can't traffic no more.
Basically, they're saying that is trafficking.
You have to arrest me like the lollipop man. No, I'm joking.
This is what they're saying. No, they're saying that trafficking. And what I'm trying to say is, what is trafficking? So is my man like taking people against their will and then forcing them into these parties?
That's what I thought. Like, I know we're talking sex, but it's still a form of human trafficking. I thought that's what it was, because I thought by very definition, it was against your will.
Exactly. That's what you would think it is, but he's been arrested anyway for trafficking. And the reason why I say this is because, will it stick? Will it stick? Is it a situation?
If they want it to, it will, Mark.
So that's that. Then it could be the end for it's the end anyway. I'd say it's the end anyway for his. Once your legacy is ruined, it's over. Because if you notice, he started to pop up. They said it because he's from Harlem originally. They said he started to pop up in Harlem, gone back to New York. He's running around A, B, or C. So he might know, what, my days are numbered. I'm finished. I'm done out here. He may know that. But either way, let's see what comes of it, because like I said, they have said, since all this has been going on since last year, it started off with, they said he was involved in Tupac's murder. They said he was involved in his ex-wife's murder, and a whole nother list of heinous things. So when I see the breaking news, I'm expecting that the police or the FBI, have details on these type of acts to lock this man up and throw the key. But when I've actually listened to the case, it sounds like sex workers who have been paid to provide a service. And I know people don't like the reality of this podcast, but it's a reality podcast. We don't tap dance. I've told people that
we don't shock and jive.
Facts. I've told people this straight. Gal who are on Instagram talking about fly me out and do all of this. You're not a victim. I'm sorry. If you were selling something, an exchange is not a robbery.
Cake. See it, yeah, yo.
Come true, man.
You see when you see the blood clot, click the link in my bio. Women, I click the link for your personality. I'm the one for zoom in the poop. When you're talking in the DMs back and forth and you send a video, oh my God, I need it now.
Immediately.
Where you at? Oh, I'm in Mexico. Send the jet. Send the motherfucking jet.
Immediately.
Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. Remember this,
You fly things in, and then it's nothing but.
Listen. Remember
and
this,
ain't
you
a
know.
round of applause, rude boy.
I'm telling you, man, this, you know. These. My man, first of all, take him out of this. I'm just saying. Just read the case. Sex trafficking, they're saying. 1,000 bottles of baby oil and all kind of. The man's a dotted, nasty.
Fish. Them neighbors that far from we.
I'm not saying that I'm saying the brother's obviously a dotted, nasty individual.
Super
However, yeah, I'm asking you, man, this that are listening to this, man, leave a comment. I'm asking you. You win the lottery tomorrow, yeah, 10 million. This is just a scenario. You win the lottery tomorrow. You go on IG. And you see something bad, as the youth would say. I don't say it like that, but the youth would say that. You see something bad and you see, book me in the bio, and you message and say, yo, I need that immediately.
You think me I go run for me whole little night? I gonna do all of the things you like.
And the girl said, yeah, it's going to be, fly me out to where you are, but I need a $3,000 as well. Is that sex trafficking, Stephen? Is that, I'm asking you, is that sex trafficking, or has someone offered a service and you paid?
If that's how you move, you're rich and that's how you live your life, you know what you are? You are the head of a logistics company. Can you transport the pum pum from one place to the next place and back at first place? You can open your own FedEx store.
I'm just saying, like,
serious.
I'm saying, like, I'm expecting to see my man lock up for all of this DV, all this other stuff, but it's about sex trafficking. So this is what I'm saying, like, because I'm thinking, like, let the time go on more, but it just sounds mad. And like I said, there's no defense. We can even take my man completely out of this thing. Like, even that guy from White Chicks, the muscle bound guy, Terry Crews, a man touched his ball back. You know what I mean? Now, to me, I'm not even nowhere near my man's height or size or muscular build. But guess what? Not even the richest man in the world could touch mine. Because as his hand went anywhere near my waist.
And he did it in front of his wife, by the way.
And he did it. This is what I'm saying. But at that time, remember when I was saying that on the podcast and people are like, oh, you can't say that. Oh, he got abused.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Please. Please
get the fuck out of here, man.
Nah, man, I'm just saying. What do you think? Every song girls are talking about, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me. These men are coming and saying, I want to buy. So I'm just saying, let's see how the thing plays out. That's all I'm saying. Let's see how the thing plays out. I'm not saying the man's innocent. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's being framed or none of that. I'm just saying they're changing the meaning of things right in front of our face. Because when I think of sex trafficking, I think of, what's that film with English Franklin, Stephen, man?
Which one? Not the prison one. Which one?
Type in English Frank on Google. He's got a film, man. Bad boy English film, man. It's called old school thing, probably about 2013.
Not when he's in pen. Something else, isn't it?
Offender. No, not Offender. His second
not
film.
Offender, man.
It's not English Frank. Who am I talking about? It's my man, Plan B. Plan B.
Oh, Ill Manners.
Ill Manners. You remember the girl in Ill Manners? People watch Ill Manners. It's an English film. Big up Plan B. He used to he employed a Birmingham brethren to play in his band. What I know. Big up yourself. But Plan B made that film and wrote it. When I think of sex trafficking, that's what I think of. Not a girl who's got book me in my bio. So Diddy will see. I'm just saying, if so many people are looking for justice, the charges has to stick. That's all I'm saying. The charges have to stick. Because they were saying that my man was damn near a mob boss, running, calling shots, calling all this. They need to get him for that. Because this, will it stick? Because if he can show DMs of girls saying, yo, if you pay me this, I'll come and do a mad. Because on Twitter, just go on Twitter. Just go. If you got money and you're into them things, just go on Twitter, man. There's all kind of pay me this and pay me that. There's all kind of things, and you're seeing samples of what you could get for that money. To the point where when you go on Twitter now, there's people like, I can't open this in public, and you don't even have to follow them. You don't even have to follow it. It's in your algorithm. So, yeah, we don't know. We'll see what happens, though. What are you saying, Steve, man?
Batty fish, the nymph is the far from we. Fucking sicko. About 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I would have lock you up just for that. Weirdo.
So what you think he was doing with that?
Greasing up it. Listen. Probably him and Meek Mill have a blood clot for something with some next man. Batty fish.
Yeah, man.
They need to put him in a cell with R. Kelly, but they make the greatest album ever behind bars.
The man have finished anyway.
Trapped in the closet, volume 11.
From that come out that my man, them man have finished, man. Done out here. Remember at one point, it was Diddy every week. Every week you went, oh, my man's done this. Oh, my man did that. Boom, then the video come out. Of course, we know the brothers questioned for all kind of madness, but none of them charges were presented. That's all I'm saying. Because the man might be able to sliver his way out of this one. That's all I'm saying.
Only time shall tell.
That's it, man. So, people, it is Unfiltered, the Express Truth Show, making Thursdays great again. And like I said, people, the new story is on its way. This is a proper visual. With what I'm talking about and everything, you're going to see the visuals. It's a proper story. It's called The Big Ponzi. People, you don't have to be a Patreon to get it. You can buy it for a one-off fee when it comes out. Patreons, you already know you're going to have it early, man. So that's it. Stephen, what you say, man?
Batty fish. Yo, it's the greatest show on earth. Making Thursdays great again. Your favorite podcast, favorite blood clot podcast. We come off this quick enough because the ladies waiting for me.
Yeah, man. That's it, people. We out of here. Next week, we gone.
Gang.